Good morning. This is the guardianship matter of case number G22-056584M. May I have your appearances for the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marcus Brouwers, bar number 14840 on behalf of the protected minor.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Appearing remotely, Marjorie Guymon, bar number 4983 on behalf of the guardian.
Thank you. Good morning. We're here today. We've continued this a few times. We had some issues with the Merrill Lynch and Merrill versus Merrill Lynch, I guess, with the protected minors funds. And the last time we were here, I believe, Ms. Guymon, the guardian was going to withdraw those funds and put it into a high interest block savings account. So we're just here today to find out if that had happened yet.
Yes, Your Honor. It has not happened yet. Mr. was having difficulty in finding a high interest savings account that could be blocked through a guardianship matter. So I've spoken with Protected Minors Council, and I think what I would like to do is just simply submit a second amended stipulation and order authorizing me as counsel for the guardian to withdraw the Merrill Lynch wealth management funds and put them in a blocked savings account. And then that way I can find the highest and do it myself. I'm very close to the Merrill Lynch offices, so I think if I have an actual order that authorizes me to do it, I can just go in to their office and get a cashier's check and walk it over to Wells Fargo or wherever and deposit it with a certified court order.
Mr. Brouwers, have you spoken to Ms. Guymon? Do you have any objections or concerns to handling the funds?
Your Honor, I did speak with Ms. Guymon briefly. Realistically, I don't think this necessarily has to be a high interest savings account at this point. I think any blocked account would suffice because with the amount of continued hearings we're having, I'm worried we're not gaining as much as we could if we just placed it in a blocked account originally. If Ms. Guymon is able to find a high interest blocked account, by all means, that sounds wonderful, but I think in a matter of timeliness, it should be a blocked account.
Yes.
At the minimum.
Well, and certainly it has to be blocked, and I understand he's only 8, so it's going to be in there for the next 10 years. So it's obviously advantageous, to the protected minor to get as much as he can out of these funds. But I think at this point, so Ms. Guymon, so Mr. Brouwers, I'm hearing that you do stipulate to Ms. Guymon withdrawing those funds. We'll get a second amended, I think it's second, right? Second amended SIP in order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Withdraw the funds, get a certified check, and then take it to Wells Fargo or wherever she can find.
Yes, and I'm sure we can include language where it either goes into a high interest blocked account or a blocked account to give them the option. So that we don't need to come back here again.
Exactly. I think the order was just too specific, and the guardian was having difficulty. I had found an online high interest account that was paying 5%, which I think I probably can still get, but Merrill Lynch Wealth Management won't wire the funds because the order didn't say so. So hopefully I can just manage it, perhaps using my client trust account, then I can wire it over into a high interest account if I can find one, like we had discussed at the last hearing.
So as far as selection of the account, Mr. Brouwers, do you want to be involved in the selection of the account, or are we just going to defer to Ms. Guymon to use her?
I'll defer to Ms. Guymon as long as the protections are adequate. I don't think it matters where she goes.
And then Ms. Guymon, what about the guardian? Would you be then contacting the guardian to confirm with him as far as whatever account that you select?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so why don't we do this then? Who would be preparing the SIP in order?
I'll do that.
Okay, so if you could prepare that, send that over to Mr. Brouwers. That way you guys make sure that you get the language correct, because again, it did say the guardian has the authority to withdraw. So I can see that would cause a hiccup there. So Ms. Guymon, just, work with Mr. Brouwers, get the language as far as you need it. And I'll put it on my chamber calendar for 45 days out. That way, if I see the proof come through, it's been filed, then you don't have to come back. If in 45 days I don't see anything, then my department will reach out to you both just to kind of check the status and see where we are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
April 26th in chambers.
And also, if for some reason within those 45 days, Ms. Guymon, if you can't get the proof, if you just want to file a quick status report, just real short and sweet, file that, and then I'll just continue that again if necessary, depending on the reason. Rather
All right,
than
thank you.
another in-person hearing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
So the first reading.
When is that scheduled for? I didn't see that. Today? I just
So we'll continue that as well.
Or are we talking about the accounting?
account. I didn't think that was until April.
So the annual account, I had a accounting review notice because an accounting wasn't filed. I didn't really think it was necessary because we hadn't obtained the insurance proceeds, so I couldn't file an accounting. But in order to get in compliance, I did file an accounting that just showed we don't have any money yet. I plan on supplementing that and getting that filed when the second annual accounting would be due. And I can incorporate that with year one and get it all done at one time. And I have the accounting calendared for June.
June is your anniversary date.
Yeah.
Mr. Bauer, logically that makes sense because you didn't have anything to account for, back in June or even
Yeah.
August or
So I
September.
had filed it, but it was never noticed for hearing, Your Honor. That's probably the confusion, is I wanted to get it in compliance so we didn't have issues with the guardianship compliance.
For some reason, I thought there was a hearing date.
I think it was set for an accountant today, Your Honor.
Was it today?
Okay.
I thought that
read
there
my-
was a hearing date. I for some reason, I was thinking it was April, but if it is today. So what we'll do then is we'll just defer that accounting, Mr. Brouwers, as long as you agree that that makes sense.
I understand, Your Honor. I think that seems
There really
reasonable.
wasn't anything to account for. So we'll just defer that. It'll be due, your annual anniversary date is June.
Mhm.
Be the exact date. June 2nd. So as long as you get that filed within, the 3 months after June. Set that for hearing, and then we'll get everything accounted for then.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great.
So Ms. Guymon, if you could also do an order to that effect as well, a separate order, that way
Thank you.
it's clear for the record.
All right.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.